Good morning to all, and today we are going to learn what is the meaning, purpose, and why we have to study, or what are the needs and the purpose of research. Okay, so this is your first chapter in the first unit, and we will see what is meant by research and what is the need, and then what will be the purpose of the research. Okay. So here we will see that this presentation basically endeavors to throw a light on the various aspects, like what is meant by research, then what are the concept of research, what are the different definition of research, and we will also see in the summarized form what is meaning of the research, and what will be the purpose of research, and why we have to study the research methodology in library and information science, means why it is a value for library, value of research in library and information science. So not only for general purpose we are studying this, what is meant by research, but as a library science professionals, you have to also provide, you should develop your research skills, okay, or research aptitude. Why? Because you have to give these services to the research scholar and the faculty member. So from that point of view also, for library and information science professionals, there is a value for of research in library and information science. So as we all know that research is a journey, and whatever we are doing it, we have to learn how to do it and how to do it in a systematic way, so that we can means we can take a desired result, whatever results we want. So research is not a formula, that Einstein is saying that research is not a formula, because if we knew it what we are doing, then it would not be called as a research. So sometimes we start a research, and then we may be knowing that many facts. Okay, so research means search again and again for the means for the problems, whatever solutions can be find out. Okay, so research is not a formula. So a person who never made a mistakes never tried anything new. This is a general saying that. So if we are trying new, then if we are come across with many mistakes, then we may learn something new. Okay, so a person who never made a mistakes never tried anything new. This is a general saying is that. So what we are covering in this first chapter. So after reading this portion, you will be able to pursue the research methodology as a subject in its own right, and you will also grasp the essential of the means principles and method of research in general. You will also get an insight to apply how these principles of research and its method to the problem of library and information science specifically. Means in general we are seeing here what is meant by research methodology. So for any field you can apply all these principles and method, but particularly we have to learn how these principles and methods will be applied for library and information science. You will also pursue research as a means to extend the frontiers of knowledge in library and information science, and you will also recognize what is the value of a full exposure to research methodology as a necessary preparation for information support service. So not only we have to develop the research skills, but we have to also support the information services which we are providing to the research community. So from that point of view also, for library science professionals, research is very valuable. So from that point of view also, we can also see that how we have to provide the services to for research community by supporting the services. Okay. So now in the introduction, we can say that all the societies have progressed only on the acquisition of knowledge and its application. How the society is progressed? Because of gaining the knowledge. and those societies who have preserved the knowledge, they are also going, means their development is very fast. Okay, so based on the knowledge they will develop the another new knowledge. So initially how this knowledge acquisition was more on the basis of observation, because there were no printed tools, and then we have to observe it, we have to experience it, and by learning by trial and error, or by simple logics of deduction and inferences, we are gaining the knowledge, means we are acquiring the knowledge. And you may be knowing that in the ancient period, guru shishya system was there. Okay, so guru is giving the verbal knowledge, means face to face, or verbal knowledge, and then shishya will learn the knowledge. After that shishya, they will again, means based on their knowledge, whatever knowledge they gain, based on that they will also spread the knowledge. Okay, so from generation to generation the knowledge is spreading from one person to another person. Okay, so for this, you can see that increasing pursuit of research has resulted in the growth of the body of literature over the years on research methodology, and which has now developed into a as a subject in its own right. So previously, this when it was means developed, that time there were no many literature, or the body of literature is available. But now the growth of the literature has been tremendous, and we have seen in the universe of knowledge also how the knowledge is developed, and then how the knowledge is drastically changing. So because this research methodology also, some of the methods now, this research based on the methods, we have to apply when new methods also. There are many recent trends in the research methodology also, and today there are many research institutions. Previously no institutions were there, but now research institutions, special research institutions has been developed, and which has set up to deal the exclusive with the research in the different subjects, including library and information science. You may be knowing about the TISS, okay, Tata Institute of Social Science Research. So that also in social sciences, also in humanities, and in science and technology also, this knowledge is very very useful. And uh, in every field the research methodology is used. So in this section we are trying in general way to study the subject of research methodology in all its dimension. So what will be the definition, formal definition of research, then what is the need to pursue the research to expand the various horizons of knowledge, and we will also understand the conceptual framework of the research methodology. What will be the characteristics of research, or how the scientific research will be there, how the research design and the related aspects also we can discuss. And another very important point here in this study is that research methodology by the students of library and information science, because it is not only to get the necessary skills in doing the research in their own field, but we have to also assist, or we have to also provide the help to the research community by offering a very high quality information services. So for that also it is very necessary to have the skills, or to inculcate the habit of research skills. Okay, so what is research? It is a careful consideration of study regarding a particular concern or the problem using scientific method. Research is a systematic inquiry to describe, we have to also explain, we have to also predict and the control the observed phenomena, whatever the events or whatever the phenomena is there. So research involves deductive and the like inductive and the deductive methods. So two methods are there for research. So what is inductive research? It is a method to use to analyze and observe event. So based on the observation, or based on the any event, or based on any happening, you are observing and you are collecting the data. So based on observation is must here in the deductive research. So deductive methods are used to verify the observed event. Then inductive approach or inductive research, it is associated with the qualitative research, and deductive methods are more commonly associated with the quantitative research. So inductive is associated with quality, means qualitative research, and deductive method is also deal with the quantitative research. Okay, so based on the this approaches like deductive and inductive, we have a different type of research like qualitative research and the quantitative research. Okay, that we are going to see in the types of research. Then what are the various definitions? Many professional association, they have given the various definitions, and we are seeing here the definition of Webster's Third International Dictionary of English Language, and it defines the research as a studious inquiry or the examination, especially critical or exhaustive investigation or the experiment, having for its aim to discover the new facts. So for what purpose we are doing the research? Whatever the new facts are there, we are discovering. So for that we have to do the critical examination, critical observation we have to do to discover the new fact and their correct interpretation, the revision of expected conclusion, theories, laws in the light of new discovered fact, or the practical application of a new and revised conclusion, theories or laws. So for what purpose we are doing a research? For discovering the new fact or for discovering the solution to the problems. For what purpose we are doing the research? Problem is there, and that's why we are finding out the various solutions, and for searching out the new fact also we are doing the research for. But how to discover it, the new fact? So based on the observation, based on the inquiries, based on the critical thinking, or based on the exhaustive investigation, you can find out the fact. Okay, or you can discover the fact. So that particular definition has been given by the Webster's Third International Dictionary. Then the another Random House Dictionary of English Language, which is also a very good and famous dictionary. So that particular dictionary has given the definition: research is a systematic inquiry into a subject in order to discover or revise fact and theories. So here we are doing the inquiries, but we are doing a systematic inquiries. So whenever you start your research, so before starting your research, you have to also plan. That is called as a research design. So based on what method you will cover or you will study the research. So for that also, this definition is very suitable. Research is a systematic inquiry into a subject in order to discover the revised fact. Then the another definition which has been given by the Encyclopedia of Social Science, research is defined as the manipulation of things, concept or symbol for the purpose of generalization to extend, correct or verify knowledge, whether that knowledge aids in the construction of theory or in the practice of an art. So here they are means Encyclopedia of Social Science, they have given the content, means they have focused on the purpose of generalization to extend, means whatever knowledge is exists, so based on that knowledge, if you are finding the new facts or you are verifying the knowledge, then whatever the new theories will develop, based on that new theories or based on that new practice, we have to see that some new practice will be developed. So Encyclopedia of Social Science has given this definition, and I think when we look into the summarized form, what will be the definition or what will be the understanding for research? So research is a systematic inquiry or the investigation to find out the new fact or to find out the solution to the problem. Okay, so that will be the gist for all this definition. So not only in research we are finding the new fact, but sometimes we are also finding the solutions to the problem. So whenever the problem is there, then solutions are also there. So based on that research, based on the systematic inquiry or based on the systematic investigation, we can find out the new theories or new fact. Then the another definition we can also see, Best and Kahn in their book they have written, as a systematic research is a systematic and objective analysis and recording of control observations, and that may lead to the development of generalization, principles and theory resulting in prediction and the possibly ultimate control of events. So whatever phenomena or whatever events we are observing, based on that we are developed, means we are developing the generalized statement, or generalized statement means the principles or the new theories we are developing. So for that phenomena or for that events we are observing, and based on the observation we are generalizing the things. Then Bouchain is also a research method in library science, librarianship. He has defined a research is a systematic quest for knowledge, and that is characterized by disciplined inquiry. So disciplined inquiry means here systematic inquiry we have to do it. Efficient and effective approach to expand knowledge is the conduct of special planned and structured investigation. So we whenever we want to find out the new knowledge, we have to do the systematic inquiry, and based on the systematic investigations we can find out the new knowledge also, or new fact, we can discover the new fact. So all these definitions are given, some of the definition are given by the individual author, and some of the definition has been given by the various dictionaries. Okay. So Cook outlined the research as an honest, exhaustive, intelligent searching for fact and their meaning or implications with reference to the problem. And he has also given research is a acronym, and each letter of the word is standing for a particular aspects, like R for rational way of thinking. So in research you have to logically think, then only you can observe the things very systematically. Okay, so rational thinking should be means is must for the research. Then E for expert and exhaustive treatment. Then for expert and exhaustive treatment means you have to, like if we are doing any subject based research, so whatever subject based research we are doing, we should be very expert in that particular subject, and we should also see that how the research will be done on that particular subject, what will be the method for doing it. Then search and solution. So research is also S for search, we have to search the many things, we have to search the literature, based on that also we have to provide the solutions. E for exactness, so whatever results are there we have to exactly produce that research result. Then A for analysis, R for relationship of fact, so for logic, based on the logical thinking you can generate or you can correlate the relationship of fact. And C for critical observation, careful planning, constructive attitude and condensed generalization. So based on the critical observation, careful planning, based on the constructive attitude, you can generalize the fact, you can generalize the statement or the principles or the theories. And H for honesty and hardworking. So in research, whenever you present the data, you should be very honest and you should be transparent. We have to also follow some of the ethics in the research, and in that way H for honesty. So whatever the ethical principles are there, we have to also follow that ethical principles in research. So I think Cook's outline means Cook has given a very good outline, and the acronym for research, and for all this acronym the definition of the research or understanding about the research will be clear. So logical thinking should be there, we have to create the expertise knowledge, we have to give search the literature, and based on that we have to provide the solution. Whatever results we are providing, it should be exact, we have to do the analysis, we have to also generate the relationship among the facts, and we have to do the critical observation, and whatever we are doing in our research, that should be based on the honesty, based on the ethical principles. And Ranganathan has also defined the research to represent a critical and exhaustive investigation to discover a new fact. Here also we have to discover the new fact, to interpret them in the light of the known ideas, theories and law. So whatever the ideas or already existing principles are there, we have to also interpret that existing principle, and to revive the current laws and theories. So if we have find out some new theories, new discoveries, then we have to also see that the old theories can be replaced. We have to revive the current laws and theories in the light of the newly discovered fact to apply the conclusion to the practical purpose. So Ranganathan, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan has also given a very good definition for research, and here also you can see that we have to discover the new fact, whatever the existing theories are there or laws are there, we have to interpret it, and we have to also revive the current law with the old theories, and we have to give the conclusion to the practical purpose. So all these samples of definition of research can be broadly sum up. We can sum up the definitions, and here we can say that to restate the substantive phrase that stand out in all these definition of the research, that are research is an activity and which has many characters. Okay, so let us see the research characters here, which has been summarized. It is an intellectual activity of high order. It is an investigation of a phenomena, event or the activity. We have to investigate, we have to inquire why this phenomena has been happened and what will be the reason. Then aims to discover data and the fact and their interpretation. Then to arrive at a conclusion to formulate new theories. So based on the existing theory, if that existing theory means want to some changes, then we have to discover the new theories, we have to replace it, we have to revive it, and the laws, or revise the already established theories and law. Next one is to communicate the result for peer reviewed and to be accepted or rejected before adding this new knowledge to the already existing general pool of knowledge. So Ranganathan, and here we have also summarized the many definition, and there you can find out that it is a intellectual activity, investigation we have to do it, we have to discover it, the existing theory, and we have to also interpret the fact, and we have to replace the new fact, means old fact, with the new fact, and we have to also communicate the result to the peer reviews, so that whatever the corrections or whatever the alterations are there, we can do it. So and we sometime whatever the research we are doing, it may be accepted or it may be rejected also, because means like new knowledge generally won't be accepted, means very speedily. Okay, so for that sometimes the rejection may be there, sometimes the acceptance may be there. So we have now just summarized what are the definitions and what is the concept of the research. Then why means what will be the reasons why research is very important. Okay, so the main purpose of research are to inform actions, gather evidence of theories, and contribute to developing knowledge in the field of study. So whatever we in every field we are doing some type of studies. So for that, in every field research is very important. And why research is necessary and valuable in our daily lives also, because you may be observing that many science and technologies are coming, and based on their research we are means getting it the advantages of in our daily lives also. So, okay, So it is a tool for building knowledge and facilitating learning. It is a meaning to understand issues and increase public awareness. It will also help in succeed in the business because many products based on the research they will develop. It allow us to disprove lies and they support truth. In research, we have to also support the truth. So whatever the lies are there, we have to disapprove it. It is a meaning to find, walk, and seize opportunity. It provides a love of and the confidence in reading, writing, analyzing, and sharing valuable information. Because in research, whatever the existing theories are there or literature are there, based on that we have to read it, we have to rewrite it, we have to interpret it according to our own language, and we have to ultimately share it. So for that also research is very very important, and it also provides nourishment and the exercise of for the mind. So if you are doing a systematic study, then means your habit of creating the new ideas will develop, and that will be a very good exercise for our mind. And apart from this, all the important reason why we have to provide means why we have to do the research, the main important point is to provide the solution to the problem. That is the main important point. We have to do the research. Okay. And thus there is a need for research is to build an app up an infrastructure for creating a new knowledge to develop a knowledge reservoir, and whatever the application of this knowledge for socio-economic and cultural development of a country to provide material well-being for the society, and it is its purpose. So for well-being in the society we have to develop, we have to do the research. And general characteristics of modern research, tomorrow we can see this general purpose of modern